So what is your vision and future? Everyone experiences setbacks in their lives. Hyphen is the most successful platform across the country. What is the story behind this?
Moment, one thought can change your life. Get motivated by a movie, Ali Himachal, where the culture of startup is not there.
Yes.
Starting from a small SMS group to India's biggest motivational website and community.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Saxena. I am representing Humans of Galgotias, which is a podcasting club featuring stories and experience of our incredible community. We are excited to have Arun Pandit sir with us today. He is a co-founder of Hyphen HCS company and he played a key role in shaping India's national logistic policies. Hi sir, how are
Hello.
you? How are you feeling?
I am doing great. Amazing.
I am feeling nervous right now.
No worries. You are doing superbly well.
How was the session at
The session was good, and I've been fortunate that so many students were there. I just hope that I was able to add some value. My intent for this session was less to teach tips and tricks, because generally it takes a lot more time it requires a specific workshop that needs to be done in order to make meaningful sense. So my intent was more towards building the spark that this is something which is doable. Even if you are at the lowest of the point, there's always things to look up to, and even if you're a failure at one end, you believe that nothing is working out for you, in a few years time you can be tremendously successful and you can turn the odds against. And at one point, if you're depressed, in 4 years time you can be an inspiration for others. So the whole intent was to reignite the spark, to basically help the dreamers who have lost the hope inside, that this is something which is doable. If I can do it from a very humble background, from a tier 2 cities, with not a very great track record during my early education, then I'm pretty sure that students like you can even do much, much better.
Sir, okay, so one thing I would like to address that he is not just a co-founder but a passionate motivational speaker and a chief encouragement officer of the website Don't Give Up World. So sir, my first question is what is the perspective, what is the story behind this website that you write?
So typically at one point of time, during somewhere when I was studying in 11th, 12th, everything I did, I used to fail in it. So it's like anything and everything, even the smallest of the things, I used to fail in it. I gave the NDA written examination thrice, I failed in 3 attempts. I cleared the IT screening once, I failed in the IT means examination. I got compartment twice. So with respect to anything and everything that can happen in your life in that particular 1 or 2 years, everything was a failure. So at one point of time, I decided to commit suicide. So I thought that I'll commit suicide because I have done my level best, but I'm unable to hit even the modest of the targets which are there. So I dropped a message to everyone, the friends and families who have helped me during this difficult phase, that I have tried my best and now I cannot take it anymore. I cannot take any more failures. So I'm committing suicide, but I would like to thank you. I expressed my gratitude that you have helped me around all this period. I didn't forget to express my gratitude. So I went to the river Bias, which is infamous for being very deadly. And suddenly all of my friends and other people started calling me. I didn't pick up their call. They started messaging me, pick up the call, phone utha, ye sab kar. But I didn't pick up. Then I got one message from one of my friends which said that I was crying of having no shoes until I saw a man without feet.
Yes.
Take this world as a challenge, prove your mettle. Immediately after that, another message came which said that maybe it's due to some typo mistake from their end. So let's put it in a reevaluation kind of thing. Maybe that's the reason. So those 2 messages gave me hope at a point of time while I was hell-bound to commit suicide. So sometimes one moment, one thought can change your life. So after that, I started an SMS group. At that particular point of time, internet was not very prevalent. So an SMS group by SMS Gupshup, Webaru, which is a unicorn right there. First year, there were 200 members. Every day, I used to send motivational quotes to that 200 members. Second year, around 3,500. Third year, around 2,000. 3.5 years, 1.2 lakh members. So it became India's biggest. So it became an overnight success after 3 years. Till 3 years, 200, 3,500, around 17,000, 20,000 to 1,20,000 in half a year. So the universe loves a stubborn heart. Every day I used to send motivational quotes, spread the word of hope and optimism. Over a period of time, I realized that quotes have got the limitation. Different people have got different motivational need. You might get motivated by a wallpaper. You might get motivated by a song. You might get motivated by a movie. or you might get motivated by a poem, story. So different people have got different motivational needs which are
Yes,
there.
sir.
So I learned creating a website. I was not even aware of knowing how to create a website. I bought a domain on GoDaddy.com. I thought that space used to come complementary with it. I was not even aware about that. I didn't have a card. I asked a friend for a card, credit card. At that point of time, credit cards were not very prominent. Got the website made, learned coding in order to create a website where I could put in wallpapers, etc. So that at least I've got not just quotes but wallpapers, other stuff also. Over a period of time, I realized. So the thing is that if you really want to do something, you'll figure a way out. You'll learn, because universe loves a stubborn heart. If you're really passionate about a particular thing, you'll find ways out. You'll figure ways out. You'll learn things which you don't know. You need to be passionate about it. So eventually, starting from a small SMS group to India's biggest motivational website and community with more than 1 lakh members, selected amongst the top 12 social innovations in India by TIS Mumbai, featured on the cover of Career 360 magazine. Microsoft India researched us about how SMS groups are positively impacting the mental health of people, to helping Your Dost, which is India's biggest mental health platform. So we did it all, which is there. So the thing is that in life, what I generally recommend people is, whatever you want to do, either you should be very skillful on it, or you should be very passionate about it. If you are very skillful in a particular thing, over a period of time, since you are able to do good work, you are able to generate that passion. आप अच्छा काम करते हो, अच्छा होता है, रिजल्ट आता है, तो पैशन भी धीरे धीरे आ जाता है. If you are very passionate about it, if you don't even know any skill set regarding the same, you will learn it because you are passionate about it. You really want to do it. The ideal thing is having both the passion and skill set coming together. So typically for me, it was passion that helped me learn things and eventually build what it is there.
Okay. As we all know that Hyphen is the most successful platform across the country, but everyone experience setbacks in their life. So do you want to share some story where you experience some kind of setback?
Typically what happens is, even at Hyphen SCS, the story was when we started Hyphen SCS, typically at that particular point of time, pedigree is given a lot of importance, a lot of time in the startup world due to its own merits. So when you start up, typically we coming from middle-aged families from Kullu, Manali, Himachal, where the culture of startup is not there.
Yes.
So there are no precedents available that I'll say that okay, इसने startup किया था, इसने अपना successful startup. So we do not have all of these precedents which are there. So typically with respect to family, friends, people are little apprehensive कि startup करना भी चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए. It's too risky. Generally, people in Himachal are risk averse in nature, and the lack of you can say proper precedent makes it even more difficult. So it was a difficult phase for us because when I resigned from my previous organization, that was a point of at the time of Corona. Unfortunately, I resigned from the organization on April, you can say April 4th. April 15th, my father got Corona. May 4th, my father succumbed to Corona. So it was even a more difficult phase because my father, at that particular point of time, the whole family was very vulnerable, and this was not something which was expected. So it was even a more difficult decision for me, but my father had taught me one clear thing. He told me that whatever you do, whatever you want to do, put your heart into it. If you want to, for example, he used to quote that, okay, pursue what you want to do, irrespective of what others say. If you want to do engineering, do engineering. If you fail in engineering, we'll get a business for you. If you fail in the business, we'll open a kirana shop for you. If kirana shop also fails, we earn decent enough pension that we can manage your basic lifestyle. So that was the confidence that he gave me, which was there. So that confidence was not a taunt or anything like it. It was the confidence that go and pursue whatever you want to do, we are backing you. And I remembered his words and I thought that I personally believe that I have got the skill set to make it happen. This is a domain which has got high potential. It has been a laggard with respect to digitization. I have got the skill set, I have got the network, and I am going to make it happen. So basically, I followed his footstep, his advice in the real life, and with God's grace, we are India's biggest warehousing and fulfillment platform. We are still at a very early stage to be called a successful startup, which is there, but we are on the right path, and I'm pretty sure that going forward, we will become the de facto platform for anything and everything related to warehousing and fulfillment.
Okay. So what is your vision and future for Indian warehouse industry?
So typically, with respect to the warehousing system, what we have seen is that India's GDP is around, the supply chain cost of India's GDP is around 12 to 14%, which we are a developing country. A developed country, the GDP cost for supply chain is around 6 to 8%. So there's a 6% delta. There's a huge delta. 6% of a country like India's GDP is typically inefficiency. And certain percentage of it is also contributed by warehousing. So I firmly believe that with the advent of digitization, everything is getting digitized. So warehousing will also get digitized. There will be more and more bigger warehouses. Right now, automation and standardization of warehouse is not even 1%, which is there. So that is bound to increase. So overall, you'll see a much more efficient, digitally connected, more visibility, more throughput through the same warehouses. Overall, better occupancy rate of this particular warehouse. So because that is, you can say, a compulsory part. This is something which is required in order for India to grow and become the second, third largest economy in the world. So we have put in baby steps there. Government is focusing on it. The Ministry of Road and Transportation is doing a very good job, and we're pretty soon we'll see bigger warehouses, more automated warehouses, more digitized warehouses, which will be a norm in the society as compared to a totally offline, ungraded, unautomated kind of environment right now.
Okay, sir. Is there anything you want to improve about your Hyphen company?
So see, at Hyphen SES, the whole joy of starting up is that you work with multiple variables which are there. A lot of these variables, a lot of the things that we are doing, there is no precedent to it, because we cannot say that, okay, in USA some company did it, so we replicate it. So a lot of the work we are doing is the data is not available. So we are also trying to figure out things. Of course, there are a lot of scopes of improvement. The good thing about startups is that it gives you an opportunity to tackle multiple set of problems. You have to bring in efficiencies at a lower cost at a breakneck speed. So so in that particular process, you generally fail quite often. You fail fast, but you need to iterate very fast. Once you do not need to stick to a failure because you took a lot of time doing that failure. So you make a failure, you learn from the mistakes, you reiterate. So the process needs to be very fast, and that is why a typical startup is generally valued at a much higher level as compared to a traditional company, because they fail fast, they figure out ways in order to solve problems, and that has some kind of collateral damage which happens. As an organization at Hyphen SES, we would probably, if I would have to start it over again, we would have probably taken more focus towards getting, you can say, lobbying more towards the digitization policies to the government at an initial level. We did it a little later, and getting in more stakeholders from the industry directly. Although we knew these stakeholders, but roping them in part of as an advisory committee, etc., so that overall at an industry level, the Hyphen SES becomes a poster child of the warehousing industry, not just a startup, warehousing startup which is there. So if we could have roped in these people together, so they all would have pushed the case towards considering Hyphen SES as a basic stepping stone towards the overall digitization of the warehousing and fulfillment space.
Okay. So any advice you would like to give to our aspiring entrepreneurs?
So see, entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. Entrepreneurship seems very glamorous. Everyone likes to put in fancy titles in their LinkedIn profiles and in their visiting cards that I'm the CEO of this, I am the co-founder of this. But it is not for the faint-hearted. I put in 14 to 16 hours every single day, no days off, and I do it with equal passion every single day. So it requires sacrifices. You have to sacrifice your lifestyle, you have to sacrifice your spending habits, you have to sacrifice each and everything which is there. So unless and until you are willing to sacrifice at least for 3 to 5 years of your career in which you live to the basic of the means, and you are able to take in that pressure, because what happens is, first of all, building a team is a very difficult job, specifically when you do not have the money to pay them. So getting the right set of talent, you'll only get the right set of talent when you're very passionate about the vision and the other people buy into that vision. Otherwise, why will they take the risk and come to you? So building the team, motivating the team, different people have got different needs and aspirations, matching that aspiration, getting the client, cash flow management. So it is a very challenging part, and it is not for everyone. To be very frank. So unless and until you have the ability to take pressure, ability to pivot very fast, able to take iterative actions, whole team together, live under your means, be very frugal, very shrewd. I went to Mars Challenge Israel. I stayed in a hostel which was there, which the daily rent was 1,000 rupees. It was a bunker bed.
Okay.
So I cannot say that I'm a founder, so I need to spend 20,000, 25,000 on a room, which was the minimum rate there. So I'll try to figure out ways by virtue of which I can reduce the cost to the minimum, because that is how it operates. You have to be very frugal in nature. You have to be more frugal as compared to what you are earning later. It's like every money that you spend, every investor's money should be very hard to take out from your pocket. So overall, it is an amazing journey. It's not just about getting valuations, building an organization. The immense amount of learning that you get through this process. I mean, I've learned so much that learning itself is worth probably 10 times I would have earned in any other organization. So the people who want to learn, who aspire to learn, grow and become a better person, professional, I think there's nothing better than startups. At an early stage, if you do not have the skill set, I would advise that you join a startup, which is there because it gives you an hang-on feeling on how startup operates, and eventually once you get the comfort, you are able to adapt. You feel that this is something which excites you, because we make decisions at a breakneck speed. Every day we take decisions, we implement them. So it doesn't have a long hierarchy. Everything happens very fast. You fail fast, you break fast, you make fast. So that is how it operates. So overall, I think it's wonderful, but not for everyone. If anyone wants any advice, I want to connect personally, I will be more than happy to assist and guide according to that individual's need and preferences.
Okay, so basically living below your means and being passionate, having this.
And you should have that don't give up attitude, because what happens is that startup, you frequently have scenarios by virtue of which you feel like giving up. It happens very frequently. So you need to understand that, okay, I need to get it done no matter what. Things will happen, ups and downs will come. And more often, majority of the time, 80-90% time, it will be downs.
Yes, sir.
So how do you manage that? How do you swallow that? You reach out to 100 set of investors, probably 50 will not revert, 50 will not understand. So every time you reach out to investor, they don't understand, it becomes like a failure. So how do you move on that from that failure? So failures would happen, things would happen, but you need to swallow it. You need to restart, refresh, re-energized in order to make it happen. So a stubborn attitude, a don't give up attitude, an attitude that I will make it happen no matter how many tries I need to give. Thomas Edison made 1,000 times bulb in order to get it successful once. So I just give this example multiple times. So I'm pretty sure that if you try 100 times, the success would come before 100 times. So if Thomas Edison tried for 1,000 times, even if you try 100 times, most of the time the success will come much before that. But people don't even try 10, 15, 20 times. So you have to understand that मेरे को करना है, जब तक होगा नहीं मैं करते रहूँगा. But taking in the advice, every time you fail, every time you get some feedback, taking it with a pinch of salt, taking what is required, iterating it, it's an iterative process. So probably you would have heard of the book called War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. So War and Peace is considered an epic, which is there. So for example, he wrote the book in 4 years. It was a 1600 page book. Then he took another 2 years and reduced the pages from 1600 to say 1500. Some editing it did. People said that you wrote the 1600 page book in 4 years and you took another 2.5 years in order to just trim down 100 pages. That was useless. See, what happens is it's an iterative process. Every time you come here, you improve. So in order to create a masterpiece, you have to every time you have to iterate, you have to take in feedback, you have to improve significantly, and over a period of time, you become a masterpiece. You become what is called an overnight success. So these are some of the key. Integrity is of course utmost important. Don't give up attitude. You need to be high on energy all the time. हमेशा current अंदर रहने का चाहिए. So it is there.
I read that you are writing a book which is Don't Give Up, which is about to publish. So
Yes.
would you like to say
So
something?
typically, what we are trying to do is, I'm a firm believer of local idols. So what happens is, see, Albert Einstein did something. Due respect to him, he's a notable figure, an inspiration for all. But typically, you're from?
I'm from Rampur.
You are from
Rampur.
You are from Rampur. So typically, you will be more inspired by a person who might not be as successful as Albert Einstein, but he's a decently successful person who has come from your town, studied in your place, because you will be able to relate and connect with him or her, which is there. So I am a firm believer of local idols. So I have seen a lot of people who are successful, who generally typically move from one place. They have left their cities and towns which are there, and eventually become successful, but they do not come back to their own local town or cities which are there. They do not share their message, or probably it is only limited to their families and friends. So I believe that a lot of people have done good from all the cities. If they come back and share their stories to the people who are in their particular cities, tell them that this is the same environment where I have worked, this is the same environment from which I have progressed and reached a particular stage, that would be much more inspiring as compared to probably listening to all the success stories that we already listened to. So what we are trying to do through this book is, we are figuring out people in different domains which are there, who have come from smaller cities and who have done considerably well, which are there, and people are not aware of it. I went to Himachal Pradesh, Kullu Manali, and I took a lot of sessions for school students. So when I asked them, tell me 5 famous figures of Himachal Pradesh, what did they say? Kangana Ranaut, the great Khali, Mohit Chauhan, they were not even able to tell 5 famous people from Himachal Pradesh. Forget about Kullu Manali. I was talking about the state. So the challenge is the local idols are missing. But the local idols are there. A lot of people have done, the people from Himachal Pradesh who have got listed companies, multi-billion-dollar listed companies in the New York Stock Exchange, but people are not even aware of it. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring in the local idols, inspire the people from local tier 2, tier 3 cities who do not have a role model to look up to, which they can connect with. There are multiple role models, which they can feel कि इन्होंने कर दिया तो हम भी कर सकते हैं, हमारे यहीं से किया, हमारे भैया, senior, जो भी, whatever you want to call it that way. So that gives them more inspiration if they are able to reach out to them, give them that kind of positivity. So we are trying to bring in certain influential people in the different domains from these cities into that particular book, so that they can inspire local people, give them hope, give them something to look up to, which they can relate with.
Sir, do you like reading books?
I love reading books. I was an avid reader. When I was in 4th standard, I had read 400 novels, which was a record in my particular school. So at that particular point of time, it was like photographic memory, which was there. So I used to read at a breakneck speed. But recently, in the past 5-6 years, I have not been able to read much, but I compensate it by interacting with prominent figures in the industry, CEOs, CXOs, top-notch people which are there. So if you spend time with them, it is much more valuable than reading probably 10 books. So my mode of learning has changed from reading books to interacting with prominent figures and learning from their experience, which is probably much more valuable. But of course, I don't want to keep it as an excuse of not reading book, and I am trying to get back that habit of reading the books also, which is there.
So is there any book that you would like to recommend to our listeners that would help them in growing business?
So at an early stage, I think for early startup, early you can say students, I think Winning by Jack Welch, who was considered to be the CEO of the Millennium for GE, is a very good book. I mean, if you read Winning, you will get a hang of how companies operate, how you can progress, which are there. So I think Winning is something that I generally recommend to people, because at a professional level, it's a very good starter for people. There are multitudes of other books which probably every one of you would know, but I would, if there's a one book that I'd recommend for young students to start with, is Winning by Jack Welch.
Okay. सर एक क्वेश्चन है कि आपकी जो वेबसाइट है उसमें मोटिवेशनल स्टोरीज होती हैं, तो कभी आप डीमोटिवेटेड होते हो तो स्टोरी को आप जाके रीड करते हो? देखो
यार, हमारा क्या है ना कि हम डिमोटिवेट हो नहीं सकते, ठीक है ना, सिंपल सी बात है. हमारा क्या कुछ भी चीज़ हो तो सो आई हैव गॉट दिस टैटू व्हिच इज देयर कॉल्ड डोंट गिव अप. सो आई हैव engrossed it here. There is a tattoo called Still I Rise. So हमारा क्या है ना, what we do in Don't Give Up is we daily send motivational quotes, wallpapers to these people. So once you see this wallpaper on a daily basis, what happens is there is an immunity field which creates outside you. अगर आप पॉजिटिव देखते रहो ना, बिना मन के भी देखते रहोगे ना, आपके सामने रोज देखते रहोगे ना, you will be immune to external noise. आप चाहे आपको पसंद भी नहीं है, लेकिन आप देखते रहोगे ना, आपके अंदर एक नेगेटिविटी को बाहर करने की एक फील्ड बन जाएगी, एक्सटर्नल नॉइज एंड नेगेटिविटी को. तो दैट्स व्हाट वी डू इज वी आर सिंस आई पोस्ट लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट, आई सी लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट, तो हर बार देखते थे, हर रोज देखते रहते हैं. इट्स लाइक ए हैबिट. तो हम हर रोज कंज्यूम करते हैं. तो कभी भी हल्का सा भी डाउन होने लगते हैं, तो डाउन होने से पहले से आपका बीपी लो हो रहा है तो, या फिर एनर्जी लेवल लो हो रहा है, तो ये करके हमको एनर्जी लेवल लिफ्ट कर देता है. अच्छे लोगों से मिलते हैं, अच्छे लोग हमें अपने स्टोरीज बताते हैं, हम कहते हैं यार ये तो और भी खराब सिचुएशन में इन्होंने कर दिया यार, हम किस बात के लिए रो रहे हैं. तो हम एक्सपोज रहते हैं. तो वट एवर यू वॉन्ट, सो आई विल रिकमेंड एवरीवन टू गेट एक्सपोज टू नॉट ओनली डोंट गिव अप, किसी भी मोटिवेशनल कम्युनिटी ग्रुप जहाँ पर डेली उसे देखते रहो, डेली उसे कंज्यूम करते रहो, आप अपने आप से इम्यून बन जाओगे. Everyone will face failures, everyone will get demotivated, there is no denying to the fact, but what it does is it helps you get back to the normal zone or the positive zone as fast as possible, instead of कि मैंने कभी कुछ नहीं करता, फिर एक दिन अचानक मैं उदास हो गया तो मैं पढ़ने लग गया, ठीक है. So it is better to keep it in a habit that every day I am consuming some good positive content on a daily basis. Put it as your habit. Watch TEDx talks, watch snippets. There are a lot of prominent podcasts which are there, जिसको आप थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ते रहो, चलते ट्रैफिक में हो, ऑफिस जा रहे हो, स्कूल जा रहे हो, कॉलेज जा रहे हो, पढ़ते रहो. तो थोड़ा थोड़ा उसको अपने एक हैबिट में डाल दो. ऑटोमेटिकली आपको कुछ नहीं करना पड़ेगा, आप अपने आप थोड़ा और पॉजिटिव हो जाओगे, दूसरों को भी पॉजिटिव करने लग जाओगे. एंड लाइक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, व्हेनेवर आई गेट अ लिटिल डिमोटिवेटेड, व्हाट आई डू, मैं दूसरे लोगों को मोटिवेट करता हूँ. फिर मैं किसी को पकड़ता हूँ, उदास सा लग रहा है, उसे मैं भर के उसके अंदर मैं जान भर देता हूँ. वो कहता है कि अभी मैं रॉकेट में चढ़ के चले आऊँगा आगे, उतनी जान भर देता हूँ. तो जब मैं उसे मोटिवेट करता हूँ, मैं खुद ही मोटिवेट हो जाता हूँ. अब उसे बोल रहा हूँ ऐसा होना, ऐसा होना, ऐसा अच्छा ये नहीं करना, फिर अंदर से मैं अपने आप ही मोटिवेट हो जाता हूँ. तो दिस इज अ ऑल्टरनेट वे ऑफ गेटिंग मोटिवेटेड. इफ यू फील डिमोटिवेटेड, मोटिवेट समवन एल्स, ऑटोमेटिकली आप अंदर से मोटिवेट हो जाओगे. बट कीप योर सेल्फ एक्सपोज टू पॉजिटिव कंटेंट, पॉजिटिव पीपल. मैं टीवी देखता नहीं हूँ, मैंने वही फॉलो किया जो मुझे देखना है, तो वो आते रहता है. तो उसी तरीके का आपका पूरा इन्वायरमेंट और थॉट प्रोसेस आउटलुक बन जाता है.
बेसिकली हमें अपने सबकॉन्शियस को रीप्रोग्राम करना है पॉजिटिव स्टफ से.
आप देखते रहोगे अपना आप रीप्रोग्राम हो जाएगा.
Right.
उसके लिए कोई आप स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में करोगे तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, मगर अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में भी करोगे, इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल बी इम्यून टू एक्सटर्नल नॉइज एंड डिस्टर्बेंसेस.
So you are a co-founder and a motivational speaker too. But if you have given a choice कि एक चीज़ चूज करनी है, so what would you?
यार देखो, मैं आगे जाके ये सी हाइफन SCS इज द प्लेस वेयर आई हैव गॉट गुड स्किल सेट. मेरा अच्छा नेटवर्क है, मेरी नॉलेज अच्छी है, तो मैं वहाँ पर आई एम वन ऑफ टॉप 1% इन द सप्लाई चेन सेल्स अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. ये मैं पैशनेट, इसमें मैं अच्छा हूँ, तो मैं इसमें अच्छे रिजल्ट लाता हूँ. रिजल्ट अच्छा आता है तो मेरे को कॉन्फिडेंस मिलता है, मेरे को अप्रिशिएशन मिलती है, तो मेरे को उसमें पैशन जनरेट हो जाता है. डोंट गिव अप. मैं बहुत पैशनेट हूँ उसके बारे में, उसको मैं कभी भी करूँगा. आप मेरे को रात को 12 बजे, 2 बजे, 4 बजे भी कॉल करोगे तो आप बोलोगे सर आप सोए भी नहीं हो, आप में इतनी एनर्जी कैसी, क्यों? मेरा अंदर से आता है. ठीक है ना. इवेंचुअली एज वी प्रोग्रेस, बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज the hard truth is, for example, you'll see hundreds of thousands of motivational speakers. Until and unless you're successful, nobody cares about your story unless you're successful.
Right.
So once I'm successful, तो मैं कुछ भी बोलूँगा उसकी वेटेज ज़्यादा होगी. बहुत सब लोग अच्छे हैं, तो so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to balance between my passion and my skill set. With this skill set, I'm doing good work in my domain. I'm trying to create my name there. प्लस पैरेलली आई एम परस्यूइंग. इसको मैंने स्टॉप नहीं किया, ये मेरे मरते दम तक मेरा चलते रहेगा, चाहे कुछ हो चाहे ना हो. आई एम स्पेंडिंग मनी ऑन इट, आई डोंट गेट एनी रिटर्न्स, बट माय थिंग इज आई एम स्प्रेडिंग द वर्ड ऑफ ओपन ऑप्टिमिज्म. वो तो जाना ही जाना है. इवेंचुअली अ टाइम वुड कम where I'll pursue it full time, where I'm in this position to spread the word of open optimism, not to become a motivational speaker or charge. मैं कहीं से किसी से कोई चार्ज कुछ नहीं करता हूँ, but because this is something which excites me and I feel that as part of being a good human being, it is my moral duty, it is my moral responsibility to give back to other people. And मैं अगर आपसे 100 लोगों से बात कर रहा हूँ, उसमें एक आध बंदा भी उससे encourage होके आगे जाके अच्छा करता है, तो that would be the biggest equity to me. So ये अंदर से है यार, मतलब ना ये सब चीज़ें होनी है, बस कब होनी है, आगे होनी है, पीछे होनी है, ये आगे तो करना ही है. सो आई तो राइट नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू कीप द कंटिन्यूटी गोइंग, सो वेर एवर आई एम कॉल्ड अपॉन, आई गो देयर, आई हेल्प पीपल, इवन एज ए ग्रुप, इवन एज इंडिविजुअली पीपल रीच आउट टू मी, आई मेंटर देम विथ वॉट एवर लिटल नॉलेज दैट आई हैव, एंड आई हैव सीन पीपल डूइंग ग्रेट, एंड आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू गॉड दैट आई एम ऑफ एनी असिस्टेंस टू एनी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स और एनी पीपल.
ओके सर, माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, आपको यूनिवर्सिटी कैसी लगी?
यूनिवर्सिटी अच्छी लगी यार. आप आई थिंक आई हैव बीन टू मल्टीपल यूनिवर्सिटीज इन इंडिया एंड अब्रॉड, बट द काइंड ऑफ warmth which was there was a little overwhelming. सारे लोग right from picking us up from the gate to taking us to the place and everywhere. So I thought that you guys were very welcoming and the warmth was there, and you made us feel a little special, which is there. So I'm grateful. मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगा. I felt very homely. बहुत प्यार महसूस हुआ. And I think that is a one of kind experience that as compared to other colleges and university, all respect to them, but यहाँ पर कुछ जरूरत से ज़्यादा हमने प्यार दिया, तो अच्छा लगा बहुत यार. It was a wonderful experience.
थैंक यू सर, अच्छा लगा आपसे बात कर.